and that shortly after His Excellency, shortly after being in contravention with the cabinet resolution, the Deputy President made public a statement opposing the Nairobi River riparian execution orders. According to the mover of the motion, this is undermining the resolutions by the cabinet. Under charge number 3, again on gross violation of Article 6, subsection 2, Articles 10, subsection 2A, Article 174, and Article 188, and the 4th schedule of the Constitution, where the Deputy President is accused of undermining devolution. The mover of the motion, in his motion, states that on the 20th of September 2024, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, recklessly and mindful of the high calling and dignified status of the office of the Deputy President, unlawfully interfered with the running of the Nairobi County government by holding a public rally in which he incited citizens against lawful directives by the Nairobi City County government on the planning and relocation of markets. This is just some of the grounds listed, or some of the annexes under charge number 3, where the Deputy President is set to defend himself on these charges, among others.
Senior Counsel Paul Mwita. Your time started running.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, may I...
Let me just conclude, Senior. Your time started running at the time I requested you to usher in your witness. You indicated that you're getting hold of your witness. We'll give you all the time you need to get hold of your witness, but to let you know that the clock is running, and it's running on your client. You can take all the time, but his time is running out. After 2 hours, he's not appeared, the chair will make a ruling pursuant to the rules of procedure.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, may I start first and foremost by expressing apologies and regrets that the Deputy President is not here, and by not being here, the inconvenience and delay caused to Mheshimiwa Speaker and to honorable senators. The position, Mheshimiwa Speaker, is that during that period that I went to try to find out why he wasn't here, because as Mheshimiwa Speaker knows, the Deputy President has been coming here absolutely punctually every day. The sad reality is that the Deputy President, the Republic of Kenya, has been taken sick, very sick, and as I address Mr. Speaker in this honorable House, senators, he is in hospital, Mheshimiwa Speaker. That is a sad reality.
Order, honorable senators. Order, honorable senators. Senator Kajwang. Now, Counsel for the National Assembly, you have had Senior Counsel Paul Mwite for and on behalf of the Deputy President. Considering that this is a time-bound process, what is your reaction?
Mr. Speaker, sir, this is a House governed by the rule of law. We truly empathize with the difficulty that His Excellency, the Deputy President, has found himself in. But, Mr. Speaker, sir, pursuant to Rule 11 of the rules governing this process, if I may, with your permission,
maybe Counsel for the National Assembly.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Just take a seat before you make your rejoinder. Senior Counsel Paul Mwite, having said whatever you've said, what is your proposed way forward so that a reaction can be put from the National Assembly? Are you telling us we wait until your client gets here? What is your proposed way forward?
Mheshimiwa Speaker, I have just received this information. My proposal is that you give me at least the rest of the day. I would like to go and have an assessment of his situation and maybe even come back here by 5 p.m. Right now, I would like to make an informed sort of situation after I see the Deputy President and I see the doctor, Mheshimiwa Speaker, at least an hour or two. Yes, thank you.
Very well. Counsel for the National Assembly.
Mr. Speaker, sir, having very keenly listened to my learned senior colleague, Paul Mwite, Senior Counsel, it puts us in a bit of a difficulty because whereas we may want to empathize with the situation, there appears to be no indication from their end as to a specific proposal. Mr. Speaker, sir, this being a House governed by rules and this process being a time-bound process, I will draw your attention to Rule 11 of the rules of this House. If I may read, Mr. Speaker, sir, that where the National Assembly or the President chooses not to appear before the Senate, that fact shall be put on record and the Senate shall proceed with its investigation without further reference to the National Assembly or the President. But the Senate may, for exceptional reasons to be recorded, permit a later appearance before the Senate by the National Assembly or the President. Mr. Speaker, sir, I think this rule would give us guidance we may proceed. If it becomes necessary, then any additional material may then be availed. This is a time-bound constitutional process, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'm most obliged.
Let me pick the wisdom of my wonderful senators before I make my decision on the way forward. Now, I understand that all of you are wise men and women.
Speaker, can I just say a word?
Yes.
I've heard what Senior Counsel Paul Mwite has said, and Mr. Speaker, you have made it quite clear that these proceedings are time-bound. It's not so much about the situation in which His Excellency the Vice President finds himself. It's about the Senate complying with the provisions of the Constitution. That within that time frame, you must make a decision. reading the standing orders that my learned friend, Mr. Rick Gumbo, has had to, it would be useful to this House if Senior Counsel Paul Mwite could probably give us a way forward in terms of the time limitations that the Senate has. I'm saying this because we don't want somebody to say that the Deputy President was not given an opportunity to be heard. I think the Senate will want him to be heard. But knowing the time limitation, what suggestions does the Senior Counsel have ensure that we keep within the time parameters? At the same time, the Deputy President is given his space to defend himself.
So we have two sides. We have the minority side and the majority side. I will only allow the two leaders to speak. If you need to consult in the next 1 minute. Now, honorable senators, our standing orders have not been suspended yet. It is only Senator Mazayo and the majority leader. The rest, take your seat. The rest, please take your seat. Order, honorable senators.
Big shout out to Vince on the beat, by the way.
Hey, hisi drama ni movie, so sishangae ukiniona uchi. Dem ni peng nasikia gapisi, mati amdondoka huyo fisi. Melanin, haina tint, ngozi expect kushinda Gucci. Of course, let me guze kadi ni...
Order, honorable senators. Senator Sigei, please take your seat. Now, honorable senators, we are facing a very unprecedented situation. At the rise of this House at 1:15, I indicated that upon resumption, we were going to hear the Deputy President. Upon resumption, Senior Counsel Paul Mwite, for and on behalf of the Deputy President, when I asked him to usher in the Deputy President for purposes of presenting him to give his evidence in chief, the Senior Counsel indicated that even him was unaware of the whereabouts of his client, and he asked for Fliss to go fetch him wherever he was. After a few minutes, Senior Counsel Paul Mwite came back to the chamber and indicated that he had gotten information which he was yet to verify, that his client had fallen sick, and indicated that he needed time to go look for him in whichever hospital he is, and that he should be given up to 5 p.m. today. The Counsel for the National Assembly, in response, indicated that this is a time-bound process. He referred to the Senate to rule Rule 11 of the Rules of Procedure, that where the Deputy President fails to appear, the Senate can actually proceed, or for exceptional reasons to be recorded, permit a later appearance before the Senate of the Deputy President. Having considered the two sides, my directions are as follows: that we will suspend this sitting and resume at exactly 5. So the Deputy President, we ask the Deputy President then to take the witness stand at 5. This is a time-bound process, unfortunately. It is so ordered.
The Speaker of the Senate has directed that the sitting be adjourned for about a couple of hours to allow the counsel for the Deputy President to get hold of him. As it is, our dear viewers, at this particular juncture, the lead counsel for the Deputy President has just told the House that they could not get hold of their client, requesting for time to get in touch with the client. Senior Counsel Paul Moite has told the House the information he has is the Deputy President has been taken ill. And so for this juncture, we will be taking you back to Broadcasting House KBC. We will be resuming these null proceedings again at 5 p.m. My name is Mungai, and on behalf of the broadcasting team that made this possible, we will be back with this live broadcast at 5 p.m. this evening.
Ani wije, urimibua kiguni iti kwa ndaimerake. Ende, nekumenyera muthetu.